Yeah. Tap in real quick, man. Can y'all hear me? Everything copacetic. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Seems like we live. Seems like we got some action. Let me get a nice thumbs up if you can hear me. What's up? Okay, everybody. Okay. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We got some stuff to talk about, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about just grading these picks. You know what I'm saying? Our secondary about to be lit. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about the secondary. I'm excited about, the direction the secondary could be going. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about a lot of things that's to come for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, sir. We in here. We in here. We in here. 101 strong. We in here. We're gonna start momentarily. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about a few of the undrafted free agents, and then we're gonna tap into some of the no, we're going to talk about a few of the undrafted free agents, but then we're going to tap into each draftee, each guy that we decided to, utilize a pick on, and just what we think about them and exactly how they can fit in our offense. Because this is not, this is what a lot of people don't know. Hey, thank you guys for the birthday wishes as well, man. Yes, for all you that don't know, my birthday was April 25th, the same day that Howie decided to turn his career around, in my opinion. How he almost wet the bed, how he almost laid an egg, but how he turned it around. You know what I'm saying? We all know how it was looking in the beginning of the draft. We know how the draft turned out. And that's just a testament to Howie Roseman and the things that Howie Roseman, just does, man. He takes us for a whirlwind, you know what I mean? It was nothing but an absolute roller coaster ride, and it is what it is, but it turned out beautifully, man. In the end, it turned out beautifully in the end. Before we get into it, I'm going to talk about media manipulation. Media manipulation is a very, very, very real thing. You know what I'm saying? There are power rankings that's coming out after the draft. First of all, how can you have a power ranking directly after the draft when teams didn't even break down at 53, 50, what was it, the 54 man roster now, or whatever the name is? How could you even have a you know what I'm saying? How could you even talk about power rankings right now? But anyway, they got the Dallas Cowboys at 7th, and somebody hit me up and asked me what I thought about that. I'm like, listen, man, it's media manipulation, man. What they got to do is they got to tell you that a bunch of rookies coming to a team that was already number one in offense got them to the 14th best team in the league. Now they just was 8-8. This was 8-8. He just was 8-8. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that I think they drafted well though. If you want me to keep it real about that, you know what I'm saying? Let it hat, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I like the hat, champ. Is that for sale? The hat? No, the hat ain't for sale, man. The hat is not. I never actually even worn this hat in public. I bought it and it's just been in the house. You know what I'm saying? McNabb a clown. I got you. We can talk about McNabb a little bit before we get into these drafts. This is a live stream. McNabb is a clown. That's how I feel about McNabb. Now, I'm not saying McNabb is a clown because his play on the field. I just feel as though McNabb got these clownish ways. Like, you know what I mean? He want to keep harping on the fact that Carson Wentz don't stay healthy, this, that, and the third. Well, all McNabb is doing is trying to get in good with the reporters. Reporters have a protocol of things that they have to say. They have to check the box. That's what I mean by media manipulation. The reporters have to say, well, the Dallas Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. Dallas Cowboys looking good. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best ever. Tom Brady's the GOAT. There are a list of things that they have to say every year. They say the same things every year to us. Nothing changes. And now it's turning into Carson Wentz is injury prone. He can never stay healthy. There are about 10 starting quarterbacks in the NFL who've missed more time in the last 4 years than Carson Wentz. It's about 10 of them, but they don't talk about that, man. Hey, Big Jeff, thank you for the donation, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. But they don't talk about that, though. In turn, what they decide to talk about is, Carson Wentz. They're not talking about Aaron Rodgers missing all that time. They're not talking about Tannehill, who missed a bunch of time. They don't even talk about Nick Foles, who missed a bunch of time. They don't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And for Donovan McNabb to be a quarterback of the same franchise as Carson Wentz, who also dealt with injuries in the National Football League. You know what I'm saying? Donovan McNabb missed 6 games in the first 3 years. McNabb missed 6 games in the first 3 years of his career. Carson Wentz missed 8 to date going into year 5. Donovan McNabb also tore something in his knee. Donovan McNabb broke an ankle. Donovan McNabb had a sports hernia. Donovan McNabb was banged up. So for him to take the approach that, Carson Wentz is always injured. I mean, my man, didn't you throw up in the bowl? Didn't you throw up in the Super Bowl, Donovan? Come on, Donnie. Come on, Donnie. You acting like another Donnie. You acting like another Donnie that we know. Just saying crazy stuff out your mouth. So it's like, man, I don't know what's up with him, man. He wasn't no dude that just, made his name by staying off the injuries list. I don't get it. He hating on Carson Wentz for this reason. Carson Wentz was able to take some practice squad receivers. You hear me? And win a division and get 4,000 passing yards. Donovan McNabb didn't do that. Donovan McNabb had competent receivers. Carson Wentz did not have that last year. Donovan McNabb would not have won a division with them. Matter of fact, Donovan McNabb probably could have pulled it off. But people are talking about, your franchise quarterback is supposed to put a team on his back. He's supposed to put the offense on his back. He's still supposed to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? Carson missed 8 games and still putting out numbers like he played a full season every year. That's how good he is. And I agree. I've heard of quarterbacks putting the offense on their back. I've heard of that. Carson Wentz put the entire team on his back. Do y'all understand last year the defense was trash? Trash. Our receivers could not get separation. Carson Wentz was the best quarterback in the National Football League at throwing in tight windows last year because he was forced to. He was second at throwing on the run. Do y'all realize we didn't blow nobody out last year? We blew out the Jets. We couldn't do it because the defense was trash. Carson Wentz had to put the defense and the offense on his back. He had to bail that defense out down the stretch. We was down to the Giants and the Redskins. The defense ain't giving him no help. So, I mean, look, man, look. There's not a lot of people that could do what Carson Wentz did. You know what I'm saying? So for Donovan McNabb to be hating on Carson Wentz like this, it's pathetic to me. It's pathetic to me. Donovan McNabb doesn't understand. Hey, Big Moose, man. Thank you for the donation, bro. We're free agents will be bringing after the draft. We're going to get into it. Donovan McNabb does not understand that Carson Wentz is a little liked more than him, and he just can't get over it, man. But let's talk about these draft picks right now, man. The first pick, Jalen Reagor. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Reagor. What can he bring to the table? First of all, I'm gonna grade the pick. I'm gonna give Jalen Reagor a B+. This NFL and CBS article that I'm reading is giving this pick a B. I'm gonna give it a B+. We all know Jalen Reagor didn't play with any wide receivers, and he still was able to make stuff happen. I think that what Jalen Reagor is going to bring to the team, once he settles in and learn a little bit of the offense, Jalen Reagor is going to be one of the most explosive slot guys in the game if they put him at the slot. I think Jalen Reagor he flashes off as Steve Smith, a faster Steve Smith Sr., and a stronger Antonio Brown. We got to see where his hand's at, but I think that Jalen Reagor is an absolute pick. He's going to bring some stability in the passing game. He's a guy that can consistently get separation, especially if you start working on his routes and his footwork. I just think that he is a guy that's going to always be able to prove that he can get open. That's what he's going to bring. He's not going to run around and not get open like we had to deal with last year. In the second round, 53 pick, we took quarterback Jalen Hurts. This CBS thing got this as a C+. As like the ultimate security blanket or something like that. They got it as a C+. I personally have the pick. I have the pick as a D-. You can't give any pick a F because you don't know how the pick is going to pan out. But I have Jalen Hurts coming to the Philadelphia Eagles as a D-. I don't see Jalen Hurts bringing anything to the table, to be honest. Like this little Wildcat experiment thing that they got going on, I think it was a waste of a pick because you could have drafted a quarterback with some speed late in the draft. I think the Saints did it. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Hurts would have been there. I think this was more about grabbing Jalen Hurts because we had a feeling that the Dallas Cowboys were going to grab Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more of a thing like that. Now, they could groom him and get some picks back, but the only way I see Jalen Hurts touching the field is if Carson Wentz gets hurt. Then if Carson Wentz gets hurt and Jalen Hurts has to touch the field, then Howie looks like a genius. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that Carson Wentz, if he misses a game, it's only a 1 week for a bye or something like that. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that Carson Wentz will play every game in the season, all 16 games in the season. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar on that one. So I think Jalen Hurts is a high wasted experiment. And you would think that they would know better than to do something like that based upon how Arcega-Whiteside turned out. Why are you not looking long term? What are you talking about? Why am I not looking long term? Listen, this is what we did for the long term. For the long term, what we did is find Deshaun Jackson's replacement in some of these picks that I'm about to talk about. Long term, what we did was find some offensive linemen. Our quarterback is in his 4th year. What long term do I got to look at? You don't pay Aaron Rodgers. You don't pay Russell Wilson hoping his backup could play. No, Hurts is never supposed to touch the field, period. That's the long term. Never supposed to touch the field. You can't let these guys brainwash you into thinking that your backup quarterback is supposed to just be. No, your starting quarterback is supposed to play every game. Your backup quarterback is supposed to be a camp arm and play some reps in the preseason to boost his portfolio so when he wants to go somewhere else. If you're thinking long term, you got to put pieces around Carson Wentz now, and that's what the 53rd pick should have been. The 53rd pick in that draft should have been a piece for Carson Wentz. Imagine if you don't pick this kid at 53 and you go out there and get Gaither. You know what I mean? I've been raving about Akeem Gaither Davis. You go out there and get Gaither. Imagine if this 53 pick is what's the kid, Denzel Mims. Do you know what was available at 53 when we made this boneheaded pick? It was ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do anything. You know what I mean? The pick is a D to me. It was a wasted pick. It was ridiculous. And I have no idea what they're thinking. When you got a franchise quarterback that you pay $100 million to, you got to put pieces around him with your first and second pick for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Hurts isn't happy with the pick. Hell no, Hurts ain't happy with the pick. He got drafted earlier than he should have got drafted, in my opinion. He should have went in the 1st round to a team that needed a quarterback, or in the 4th round. You know what I mean? Let's move on to the 3rd pick, man. 103rd pick. Linebacker Davion Taylor, Colorado. CBS got that pick as an A. I also have that pick as an A. I mean, the speed and the athleticism that this dude shows on tape is just remarkable, man. I have not, this kid, I believe, is going to be a star. Point blank, period. Like we would like to talk about the speed that was drafted. We talk about the speed because we needed speed. But the stars in this draft, I promise you, were the guys that were picked on the defensive side of the ball. Everybody's talking about the speed. We need the speed. I think the speed is going to pan out. But the stars, I mean, the plug and play. Listen, man, Davion Taylor from Colorado is a day 1 starter. He don't need no catching up. If you ain't watched the tape on this guy yet, you need to watch the tape. The closing speed, the ability to cover, the ability to chase down from a linebacker position. He's really like a tweener. He's like a linebacker and like a hybrid safety or something like that. But the dude is amazing. I think he played 24 games, 100 solo tackles. He can hit. He will do everything. I'm telling you, this is one of the dogs of the draft. Everybody don't look as hungry as this kid on tape. He got first round talent, if you ask me, man. I just think he didn't go in the 1st round because he was small. I think he got 1st round talent, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I might get ahead away, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But this dude got real like speed for the position. I think he ran a 4.4. I mean, he's a walking pick 6. In my opinion, I think you're looking at a potential defensive rookie of the year if he plays all 16 games, period. Then you can go to safety, Kayvon Wallace from Clemson. CBS gave it an A. I also gave it an A. I mean, the defensive picks in this draft are just ridiculous by Howie Roseman. Kayvon Wallace from Clemson was scouted on a lot of draft boards as a top 50 prospect. He fell down to us at what, 127? 127. You're talking about a dude who got the type of energy and the type of swagger. The dude already thinks he's Brian Dawkins reincarnated. That's the type of confidence I want on my football team. He shows the ability, he shows the rare ability and the safety to be able to disengage. When guys run up the block safeties for running plays, he disengages. He got real fast hands, real strong hands. He can escape a block, and he also can see the play on the backside. It's a technique that safeties are taught that when the run is going right and it's a counter and they bounce back to the left, that safety has to then scrape against the line to meet that linebacker in the hole. I saw him. I've never seen nobody do it this good on film. You know what I mean? They draw it up all the time from when I played football, but I seen it on film like, yo, that was like X's and O's moving, but it was a human being's body. That's what I seen from Kayvon Wallace from Clemson, man. He's played in a lot of the big games. He's played in a lot of big games. He's just, you know what I mean? He's ready. He's a smart football player, man. He's a smart football player. Couldn't have said it any better. You know, he's a smart football player, and I think that I don't know if he'll be plug and play from day one because you still do have Rodney McLeod out there, but you know what I mean. Jalen Mills is a true safety. I think you're going to see the best out of Jalen Mills. I think Kayvon Wallace. I mean, the problem that we have is a very good problem at safety. I'm telling you right now. This dude, for years to come, he will be the future. I'm telling you right now. And then we go and get Jack Driscoll from Auburn with our 145th pick, an offensive lineman. I like Driscoll. He's faster than the average offensive lineman, which is good for us because these bubble screens and all these fast players we need linemen that's going to be able to move and be active, especially if you're trying to sell a sweep or a jet sweep or a reverse. We're about to have all type of new plays this upcoming season. I'm telling y'all. We're about to be doing stuff that you're not used to seeing the Philadelphia Eagles do. So you need flexible offensive linemen. I also have that. I have that pick also as a B, because we need an offensive lineman, and this dude is he looks like an Eagles offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? He don't give up a lot of sacks. He's good in run. He's good in run protection and pass protection. He's all around. That's why they got him as an offensive lineman because I believe he can play multiple positions. So I like Jack Driscoll, man, out of Auburn. You know what I'm saying? And then you go down to the 168th pick. You go down to the wide receiver, John Hightower from Boise State. CBS NFL also gave that an A. That was kind of surprising to me that they gave that an A because a lot of people are not high on this kid for some reason. Fast. One of the slowest people we drafted and still fast. I think he ran like a 4.3. The dude is fast. And this is the thing about John Hightower from Boise State. He's going to be able to fill a void that we need filled. Punt return and kick return. Also can run. If you look at this guy's highlights, this guy, you know, the major knock that they have on him is that he didn't high point the ball well. He wasn't as physical enough, but he plays bigger. I mean, he's already long and lanky. It's not a lot that you could say bad about him, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, most of the stuff you do see is fly routes. You don't see no flashy routes from him because he's just basically faster than everybody and outrunning everybody in a lot of his tape. But I think he'll be able to learn. I think he'll be a solid receiver for years to come. And now we could talk about a guy that we didn't draft, but we acquired them via trade. Now, at this point in the draft, when you get Hightower, probably a little before Hightower, this is how he starts working magic. I'm talking about Howie Roseman turned one pick into 3 or something crazy like that. He turned like one pick into 3 picks, and you know, just magician like, man. You know what I'm saying? But John Hightower, man, I must say that I'm not gonna give that an A. Because I don't think that he'll see a lot of playing time. Because you got to think about it like this: Jalen Reagor is going to play, Deshaun Jackson is going to play, Arcega-Whiteside is going to play. They're not going to give up on Arcega-Whiteside this early, but you know what I mean. It's a lot of wide receivers. It's a lot of wide receivers on this roster, so I don't think you'll see a lot of playing time. But I think they'll try to groom him to be a punt returner, and they'll bring him on slow. You know, he might see some playing time because of Alshon Jeffrey, but you got to think. You got to think Marquise Goodwin, Deshaun Jackson, Jalen Reagor, and the tight ends. You know what I mean? I don't see them dressing a bunch of wide receivers right now. You know what I mean? I see them dressing other positions. You know what I mean? Like linebacker. I see them dressing more linebackers than usual because we drafted some really good linebackers. But then you can move on to Sean Bradley from Temple. This is what I like about Sean Bradley, man. I actually was thinking about putting Sean Bradley on our draft board, but I didn't. I decided to go with Akeem Gaither. He was available. I wanted him so bad. He had some type of knee issues going on. But Sean Bradley was actually scouted a little bit by the New York Giants. The New York Giants were very high on Sean Bradley. I mean, I was. You know, this was my first year kind of looking at the college prospects. I never did it in my life. Well, you know, you got to broaden your horizons when you talk sports and stuff like that, when your team drafts college kids. So the first thing I did was go to the Villanovas, the Penn States, the Temples. I went to all of those schools first and start looking at their best talent because I know that's like for a major city, that's their calling card. And the best guy I saw coming out of college was either KJ Hamler from our area and Sean Bradley. This is the first thing that they said about Sean Bradley, man. I believe Damian will start day one. I believe he will start day one. It's the first thing. I mean, Davion, whatever. You know what I mean. This is the first thing that they were saying about Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley is a poor man's Isaiah Simmons. This is what New York articles were writing about, and I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. A poor man's Isaiah Simmons. You will take that any day of the week. So I was like, all right, let's give him a look. And for us to get him in the sixth round at number 196 just speaks volumes. I mean, we had three sixth-round picks because of the way how he was moving and finagling these trades. And I was just, you couldn't be happier at this point. But this took the cake for me, man. The last guy added to the draft board at number 200, I just talked about him a week ago. Philly 500 put it on his channel. Quez Watkins. I'm head over heels for the kid. You know what I mean? I like Quez Watkins. I like what he brings to the table. Quez Watkins had the second fastest 40 time in the combine. You talking about bringing in speed. How you talking about bringing in speed if you don't get one of the top three guys out of the combine if you got a chance to do it? I think Quez Watkins is going to be a bit of a project, but I think Quez Watkins is going to make the roster. You know, this roster is looking like a lot of dudes gonna end up in a gulag fighting for position. That's what it's looking like. This how this roster is panning out for me, man. It's just a lot of position. There's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of ground that got to be covered. And then when you're talking about all these fast wide receivers, it's going to boil down to, I think E-Rock said this, and I totally agree. It's going to boil down to, yeah, everybody's fast, but what can you do besides be fast? I think Hightower is fast, but he also can help us in the kick return game. Jalen Reagor is fast, but he also can help us in the punt return game. But you want to take less mileage off guys like Miles Sanders and some of your wide receivers. You want to keep their jobs to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to our next pick outside of Quez Watkins, offensive tackle Prince Tega Wanago from Auburn. That was an A pick. I mean, it's an offensive tackle. You're gonna need a tackle sooner or later. What if JP don't come back? I don't know what we doing with our rugby player. He's looking like he's buns to me. But we gonna see, man. We gonna see. Yeah, they don't know nothing about the gulag. They don't play Call of Duty like that, man. I'm about to hop on that after this. But you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see what's gonna have to happen with the offensive tackle. They gave that an A. So then you know what I'm saying? This is what I mean by media manipulation. You can see on various outlets that the Philadelphia Eagles drafted well. But the talking heads are gonna say we drafted bad only because that second round pick. That second round pick don't make the draft an A for me, but it's kind of bad. Yeah, offensive tackle from Auburn got an A as well. Linebacker Casey Toohill from Stanford was our last pick. I like that guy. He got an A as well. You know who he reminds me of? They got him as a linebacker, but he plays a lot of defensive edge. Who does he remind you of? Who are we trying to replace? I'm gonna put it right here. Damn, I forgot his name. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. Who are we trying to replace with that pick? No, that's not who I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm thinking of Chris Long for sure. I was about to put Connor Barwin. Connor Barwin didn't quite fit our scheme, but that guy, I think it is more of a Connor Barwin thing because Connor Barwin was kind of, I don't know, Connor Barwin was kind of a little linebackerish. You know what I'm saying? It was a little linebackerish. So I'm gonna go with Connor Barwin. Yes, I'm gonna go with Connor Barwin. I think that Casey Toohill reminds me more of Connor Barwin than Chris Long. Definitely Connor Barwin and Chris Long. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no BG. We're going to cut it out. Lamb going to chop. What do you say? Lamb going to chop y'all. Yeah, whatever. We're going to see about CeeDee Lamb, man. We're going to see about CeeDee Lamb. We was all high on CeeDee Lamb in Philadelphia, but now he's the enemy. It won't surprise me at all if he don't thrive in that system. I'm going to tell you why. CeeDee Lamb was brought to come in and make an immediate impact. He got to play third fiddle now. He probably ain't better than Gallup already. I don't know, probably your third or fourth wide receiver, man. ADH Eagle, man. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you for the donation, boss. So let's get to one undrafted free agent. Let's get to Adrian Killins, man. Let's get to AK, man. Adrian Killins, we're gonna rap, bro. We got to. Yeah, DH Eagle for sure. Adrian Killins, man. Adrian Killins is the fastest player on the team. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I looked at the tape. I looked at the tape, and I don't think I ever seen nobody run that fast on tape. I ain't never seen nobody legs move like that. His legs move like Darren Sproles times two. I've never seen it, man. Everything he do is a sprint. Even when he know nobody not gonna catch it, he's still running full speed. He's trying. I've never seen nobody run that fast, bro. I don't care what nobody say, dog. I've never seen nobody run that fast. I can't say it enough. This dude is going to make the 53-man roster because he has game-breaking speed. Game-breaking speed. I won't be surprised if Clement ain't coming back. I won't be surprised if we are trying to put something together to get Scott out of here as well. This dude, punt return wise and kick return wise, will be able to break the game open. Screen to the house. This dude is blindingly fast. I don't even want him to put on no weight. He is one cut and gone. We got more speed than we can handle, bro. More speed. I remember Jason Babin. We got more speed than we can handle. Adrian Killings was an absolute steal. He was an absolute steal. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen yes, the acceleration is instant. The acceleration is instant on that guy, man. I've never seen it, man. Shout out to you, Christian White, man. I see your profile pic. I blew your comment up real quick. That's the Eagles ring in there for all these Dallas Cowboys fans who don't know what the new rings look like, the ones with the diamonds, the real ones with the VVS's, because it's 2020. I don't know anything about that. You know what I'm saying? Love the content, Lord Brunson. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for real. And today at 4 o'clock also marked the point in the NFL season to where I believe you could sign unrestricted free agent and not have to waste a comp pick on them. So I believe the Philadelphia Eagles going to get aggressive and look for guys like Shady McCoy, probably bring back Jason Peters. I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be extremely aggressive in free agency. Somebody asked me earlier, who do I think we're going to, go after in free agency? I have no idea who we're going to go after in free agency. I can't even begin to, even guess it at this point, because Howie Roseman has a mission. The mission is speed, and I don't see him doing anything but sticking to the mission. You know what I'm saying? He might bring back Shady because Shady still got some burners, but I have no idea what we're looking for. I don't know what Howie's train of thought is. Now, the biggest need for me, because so much was addressed in the draft and earlier in free agency, you got to understand that the undrafted free agents that we signed consist of a few cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? We already signed a few cornerbacks. Cornerback was addressed. Linebacker was addressed. I wouldn't be surprised they bring back Bradham either. Cornerback was addressed, linebacker was addressed, and wide receiver was addressed. And we got dudes coming back healthy. We have put together a complete team. You put together a complete team through the 3 phases that you're supposed to. Getting guys back healthy is always one phase of the game. Healing, the first phase is healing. If you decide to keep Alshon Jeffrey, he'll be back for the healing phase. The second phase is free agency, and the third phase is draft. We put pieces together in all 3 phases. You know what I'm saying? This is what NFL CBS did with our picks. They said a B, C plus, A, B minus, A, B minus, C plus, A. If you average all of that out, that's a very high B. That's a very high B. If you average all that out. And listen, this ain't nothing that I made up, man. Don't let these dudes tell y'all. That we drafted bad, because we did not draft bad. It might have not went the way that we wanted, and I'm 100% guilty of that. I absolutely did want CeeDee Lamb or Justin Jefferson. They came too close to us not to get, but it's possibly a blessing in disguise. I have no doubts that Jalen Reagor is going to be good. I have no doubts. I can doubt. You hear me? I could doubt that Justin Jefferson ain't that good on the outside, because he played a lot of snaps from the slot. I can doubt that CeeDee Lamb might not be that good because he ran a 4.50. You know what I'm saying? He ran a 4.5. Avonte Maddox could stay with 4.5 speed, 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? I got my reservations about some of these guys, man. Clowney a little too expensive, so I don't know about Clowney, man. But if Clowney come down with his price, I'm all for getting a Jadeveon Clowney. You know what I'm saying? All day long, how we picked was a Philly state of mind. Listen, man. Listen. And I like what Doug Peterson came out and said. Doug Peterson came out of his mouth and said that we are not looking to replace Carson Wentz. So these guys are going to have all these jokes all off season when Carson Wentz is coming out there throwing bombs to dudes who run 4.2s and nobody can do anything about it. And that's opening up the middle of the field for Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. Listen, do you understand Carson Wentz threw 27 touchdown passes last year? And the team dropped 11. 11 touchdown passes were dropped last season. Come on, man. He would have had 38 touchdown passes, man. With lawn chairs out there, man. Carson Wentz don't need big names to thrive. Get Carson Wentz some. Listen, we don't know we don't know who's the big name that we drafted. We don't know who's going to turn out to be the big name. It's going to be somebody. This is not the Derek Barnett draft class where everybody look like they goddamn worthless right now. This is not the Derek Barnett draft class. I'm telling you, man. This draft class right here is special, man. These guys that we just drafted are special, and I think that somebody's going to emerge. Somebody's going to emerge. Everybody that we just drafted can't be fast and not be able to run routes. They're going to learn from Deshaun Jackson, who is fast and can run routes. So I'm very excited, man. I think the draft was a success. I think, we probably just got to let go of, how we feel about how it went down. I'm no longer on that page. Ziggy Ansah is a good pick. I definitely agree with Ziggy Ansah. Everson Griffin is another good one. You know what I'm saying? I could agree with that. I could agree with all of that. You know what I'm saying? Them sound like real good picks. Tell that to KC, 40 times don't matter. Tell what to KC that 40 times don't matter. Trade hurts for someone. I mean, maybe it's coming. If you Darius Slay, our draft was an A+. I'm not even talking about Darius Slay because Darius Slay, the fact that we got Darius Slay, I'm so excited about that, man. I am so excited about that, man. Darius Slay is a lockdown cornerback, man. I'm excited, man. I'm just concerned who they're gonna put on the other side because Darius Slay is gonna take somebody away. Them other guys got to be ready and know that they're gonna get a little attention. They're gonna get a little attention. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get a little attention. Darius Slay ain't get paid to just play one side. Darius Slay got paid to shadow the best guy on the football field, and he's been doing it his whole career. That's another day at the office for him. Who's gonna go on the other side and try to mimic Darius Slay so they can go get them a bag one day? That's what professional sports is all about. Doing well so you can get paid. Darius Slay is the highest paid cornerback in the league right now because he put in the work. He put in the time. You know what I'm saying? He put in the time. It's a job. You know what I mean? And these young kids got to come into this with a mindset. If I was a coach or if I was the guy in charge of the linebacker room, the first thing I would do was get the rookies in line. If I just say the Philadelphia Eagles hired me to be, the director of rookie affairs. Say if they had a job like that, director of rookie affairs. All the rookies on the team will come to me before OTAs start. Before any drills start, we're gonna have a meeting. Listen, this is a job. I know you're happy you made it this far in your life. And let's go out to all the Philadelphia Eagles rookies. This is a job. You made it this far in your life. Now, how far you go depends on how you perform at this job. You know what I'm saying? You don't got time to be out here experimenting with drugs. You don't got time to be out here getting DUIs. You don't got time for that. You got time to be worrying about your job. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get where I'm supposed to be in my job by not taking my job serious. You're here because you took your job serious, but this ain't the end of the road. You could be Randy Moss. You could be Ray Lewis. Take your job serious. And I'm trying to tell you, man, we'll have a high success rate of rookies, man, because these old heads, man, I don't know if they want to lead them right or not. You know what I'm saying? I told you you was gonna get Quez. I told you were gonna get Quez. Did you tell me that? Shout out to you, man. I like Quez, man. I'm glad we got him, man. Man, I believe we might look like the Chiefs next year, LB. It's very possible we could look like the Chiefs next year. Very possible. As a Lions fan, y'all got good ones with Darius. Y'all got good one with Darius Slay. Yeah, I love Darius Slay, man. Absolutely, man. Slay is wash. Brunson, all these guys on practice squad wide receivers are gone. I don't know, man. Some of these guys are going to make the practice squad. You never know, man. Greg Ward might move up. I think he earned it. You know what I'm saying? We also signed another undrafted free agent who's a quarterback, but we signed him as a wide receiver. So it's a lot of competition, man. Sidney Jones, what? I hope to see Sidney Jones emerge. That's rookie minicamp. Okay, yeah. I need to be the director of rookie minicamp then. Hold on. Did he say Slay is washed? I don't know what he said, man. He a Cowboys fan, probably. Reminds me of a faster time Kingston. I'm from MS, bro. Respect. I appreciate your donation, boss. Coaching is what decides our season this year. Yeah, because you could get too wrapped up in the speed and start trying to get too tricky. When all you got to do is send guys on some deep posts, send guys on some comebacks, back the defense up, catch them slipping in man, and just throw it up to the guy on the outside, and we could kill, bro. We could kill. We could kill for sure. Why is Max Kellerman trying to start a fire in the locker room saying Hurts was drafted to replace Wentz and he should request a trade? Listen, let me tell you something about Max Kellerman, man. I was gonna make a Max Kellerman video, but I don't want to hurt Max feelings. I doubt Max will see it anyway. This is the thing, man. Hey, salute to you too, man. This is the thing about Max Kellerman, man, that y'all don't understand. Max Kellerman is a boxing analyst. Max Kellerman really don't know a goddamn thing about professional sports, but boxing. Max is A1 with his boxing knowledge. Max has proved time and time again that he don't know anything about professional sports. Anything. So I don't even listen to Max anymore. I don't even listen to Max anymore. The analysts are definitely bored. They ain't been outside. They still got to do their job. Max Kellerman is just, who knows? Hey, thank you for the donation, man. We need them Kelly Greens back. I agree. I agree. He got hit on the head too many times. I don't know what's up with Max, man. Max be in his bag sometime, talking bad about Carson Wentz for no reason. You know what I mean? These dudes are all haters. Max is a hater. It's crazy to say that Donovan McNabb is a hater. I don't ever say it. Slay is not better than Gilmore and Ramsey. Sorry, the numbers don't lie. Okay, your name Yamil. Yamil the hater. You know what I'm saying? He not better than Ramsey. I got Slay over Ramsey now. I got Slay over Ramsey. Ramsey been getting abused lately. I got Slay over Ramsey. Now Gilmore, I would say Gilmore probably the best cornerback in the league. I'll give it to Gilmore. But come on, I got Slay over Ramsey. Ramsey proved to be all hype to me. All hype to me. You know what I'm saying? Max is the worst. Yeah, Max is the worst. He's a Giants fan. Of course, yeah, he got to do that. He's a Giants fan. Hey, shout out to EDP too, man. EDP texted me, man. And EDP got his plaque from YouTube, 1 million subscribers, man. That's big, man. That's big time, yo. That's big time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's big time. EDP put that work in for that. Which rookie receiver do you think will have the most yards besides Rhaegar? Which rookie receiver do I think will have the most yards besides Rhaegar? I don't think it's going to be Henry Ruggs because the wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, what's his name? Carr is a bum. Carr's a bum. As soon as the play breaks down, Carr threw to the flats. I don't think it's going to be Ruggs. I think it's going to be honestly. I think it's going to be Justin Jefferson, honestly. Because your boy going to throw the ball. Cousins is going to throw the ball. I think it's going to be Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is going to be a day one starter over there, man, because they lost Stephon Diggs. I think it's going to be Justin Jefferson. It's not going to be Lamb. How could it be Lamb behind Amari Cooper and Gallup? Mind you, both of them had 1,000 yards receiving. That plaque is not from YouTube. So where's it from? Where's the plaque from if it's not from YouTube? Judy probably. Judy sounds like a good one. You think Denzel Mims? I don't know. You know who? No, you know what? It actually could be Michael Pittman, man. Michael Pittman went to the Colts. It could actually be Michael Pittman, man. And Phillip Rivers like them big body dudes with big wingspans. CD should request a trade. I wholeheartedly agree. I think CD wanted to go somewhere where he was needed, to where you had to start with him. You know what I'm saying? I can see T. Higgins having a better season than CD Lamb. And T. Higgins ain't no bum. I say that to say this. T. Higgins was drafted with a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? T. Higgins was drafted for Burrow. I can see T. Higgins being a dude, man. I can see it being T. Higgins, man. It could be Rhaegar, though. We never know. It could be Rhaegar. Jalen Mills gonna be a stud. Watch him at safety. I could see it. Yeah, CD ain't want to go to the Cowboys. Yeah, I don't think so either because man, I don't think CD wanted to go to the Cowboys, man. CD wanted to be a day one, you know what I'm saying? A day one guy. He don't want to play behind no he don't want to play behind the ball, man, behind Amari Cooper. They talking the Cowboys had a better draft. Yeah, right. The Cowboys had a good draft, man. The Cowboys draft was an A and ours was a B plus. It could have been two A's if we didn't take that quarterback in the second round. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna stop referring to him as that quarterback. I'm gonna show him some respect. If we didn't take Jalen Hurts in the second round, we would have had an A. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is bad. We just don't have a need for Jalen Hurts. It was a wasted high draft pick. Now, if he was there at 4 and we took him, then I could have kind of seen that. It was a wasted pick. So I think the Cowboys definitely got an A, man. You got to think about it. They got CeeDee Lamb, then they got Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Diggs' brother. Trayvon Diggs is a little bit experienced away from being the lockdown corner in this league. I don't know who else they got after that, but that's two big pickups, man. Trayvon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb was on my draft board. You know what I mean? I'm two huge pickups, yo. Who cares where it came from? Just stop hating. Yeah, there's no need to do that. You're right. You know what I'm saying? But CD, man, CD gonna struggle, man. I think CD gonna have like 35 receptions unless somebody get hurt. Unless somebody get hurt. You got to think about it. If Amari Cooper go down and Michael Gallup go down, y'all think CD Lamb is gonna be able to, as a rookie, y'all think CD Lamb is gonna be able to take the reins in that receiving core and make some things happen? Hell no. James Bradbury will lock CD Lamb down. You know what I'm saying? Darius Slay will shut CD Lamb down. There's so many corners in the NFC East that will shut this dude down, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. They're not going to develop him properly, man. They're not going to develop him properly. So I think he's going to struggle the first couple of years. If he would have came to us, I think he would have had a better chance. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect thing in the NFL. People respect Deshaun Jackson. These young dudes would have loved to learn from Deshaun Jackson. Nobody's jumping out at the gym to learn from Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper don't even show up on the road. So what example is Amari Cooper going to be able to give to CeeDee Lamb? What example is he going to be able to give? At home, we go hard. On the road, we some frauds. Come on, man. Come on, man. Darby going to shut CeeDee Lamb down? No, CeeDee Lamb going to fry Darby. Darby is fried bacon. Dan Nuko said, was it Nucho or Nuko? Dan Nuko said, I'm a hater. I was about to fry you. You know what I'm saying? You say I'm a hater, they say I'm right. I don't pass no judgment. Who wants to learn from Amari Cooper? Who wants to learn from Amari Cooper? You better off learning from Thaddeus Moss. At least Thaddeus Moss got it from Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to learn from Amari Cooper? Think about it. Amari Cooper don't show up on the road. It's been proven. And he just got paid $100 million for being there. Amari Cooper is a part-time dad. If the Dallas Cowboys was his child, he's only there half the time. You know what I'm saying? He there half the time, and he got paid child support. Come on, man. Y'all tripping, man. Best route runner. Who you talking about? Amari Cooper is the best route runner. Dan Nucho. Amari Cooper is the best route runner at home. Do you understand you understand where I'm going? He's the best route runner at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making none of this up. He don't show up on the road. You go look it up if he the best route runner. Come on, man. He's soft. Watch how Jalen Hurts is going to ask for a trade 3 years from now because he knows he could be a starter somewhere else. Okay. He probably can be a starter 3 years from now. But he's going to be 3 years under Carson Wentz titty. He ain't going to be no starter as a Philadelphia Eagle. They're going to groom him, use him on a couple of trick plays, and then they're going to get a second round or a first round pick for him. He can still help CeeDee Lamb. He can help him at home. You're right. He can help him at home. He's not going to be able to help him on the road. I've seen Amari Cooper check himself out of games. He's not going to be able to help him. How's he going to be able to help him? How is he going to be able to help him? Come on, man. Y'all some of y'all don't think about football. Some of y'all don't think about football in the sense that I think about football. You know what I'm saying? Derek Carr every year Derek Carr been in the NFL, his team has been in the top 5 in drops. Some of them years Amari Cooper was on that team. Amari Cooper had problems with drops earlier in his career. You see what I'm saying? Amari Cooper was abysmal last year on the road. Abysmal last year on the road. Come on, man. He's not going to be able to help him. I'm just spitting facts. I'm spitting the facts. He would have learned more from damn Zach Ertz. You know what I'm saying? He learned more from Zach. First of all, what is anybody on the active roster going to tell one of these Dallas Cowboys rookies? Oh, you play for the biggest brand in football that don't win shit at the end of the season. Let's be real. Let's be real now. Let's be real now. Let's be real now. Jalen Reagor came into a championship pedigree. This veteran's on our team that can show Jalen Reagor some jewelry. Y'all ain't got that. When Jalen Reagor go in the office, he gonna see the head coach got. You know what I'm saying? He gonna see the Water Boys walking around with them Super Bowl 52 rings on. They ain't got nobody on the staff that ain't 88 years old with no jewelry. Don't get me in my bag. Now they ain't gonna learn about no winning. They're gonna learn about tradition. CeeDee Lamb just came out of college. CeeDee Lamb knows about tradition. He had history class, I'm sure. All they're gonna know about is history and tradition. Come on, man. Rhaegar Targaryen, I like that. Zach stay hurt. Zach Ertz stay hurt since when? Since when do Zach Ertz stay hurt now? Because he got hurt one time last year and came back in the game. You sound crazy, bro. You sound crazy. You a hater. That's why your comment keep going up there. You know what I'm saying? 1,000-yard receiver. You guys are weak. Who's a 1,000-yard receiver? Are you talking about Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup? They took them 1,000 yards to the couch with them at the end of the season. 1,000 yards set right on the couch, didn't it? While the Eagles took a bunch of receivers to the playoffs who don't even have 500 yards. Come on, man. A Cowboys fan gonna tell me that, you know, the Philadelphia Eagles, what did he say? He said the Philadelphia Eagles, half of our team are practice squad receivers. Well, hell, that's all we need to beat y'all, ain't it? We knocked y'all off the playoffs with that. Come on. We ain't worrying about that. Oh, that's good. Is that negotiable? Somebody trying to sell something. Is it negotiable? You know what I'm saying? Rhaegar's explosive wide receiver, yeah. Kayvon Wallace a dog. Yeah, Kayvon Wallace a dog for sure. You know what I'm saying? This is all I'm saying, man. What is CeeDee Lamb gonna learn from Amari Cooper? What are you gonna learn from Amari Cooper? Amari Cooper was traded away. They said they like, listen, this dude is a bum, but he still got some value. They got rid of him. They cleaned house. You know what I mean? They didn't want to pay him that $100 million. I'm trying to tell you, $100 million for Amari Cooper. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. If Godwin stay healthy, look. If Godwin stay healthy, it's a wrap. If Godwin stay healthy, Godwin is probably gonna be the number 2 receiver. It's gonna be probably Deshaun and Godwin. When did the Cowboys win the Super Bowl? You know, real long time ago. What game I'm attending this year? Probably all of them. Probably 80% of the home ones and like 2 away ones. I'm always gonna go to my annual away game in DC, but I want to go to another one. I'm going to that Baltimore game though. Baltimore and Philly. I'm going to that one. You still bothered over CeeDee Lamb? I'm not bothered over CeeDee Lamb at all. I am not bothered over CeeDee Lamb. Not bothered over CeeDee Lamb. Anytime you could force your opposition to take somebody they don't need just so you could get them, it's gonna blow up in their face. Because look, you already paid Amari Cooper. You gonna pay Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb? No, what they're gonna do is let Michael Gallup hit free agency soon. Mark my words, Michael Gallup is gonna hit free agency soon and go somewhere else. Then there's gonna be Amari Cooper, who they probably going. They're not. Amari Cooper is not gonna play out a whole $100 million contract. I guarantee the numbers look good right now. Amari Cooper just gonna get that guaranteed money. They're not gonna give him $100 million, man. I was bothered to draft night. Yeah, I was bothered on draft night for sure, because I think I wanted Howie Roseman to go up and be aggressive and show us that he want to help us. You know what I'm saying? We had to wait to day 3 for him to show us that he wanted to help us, but he showed us, didn't he? They still got to pay that. I wish they ever been paid that. I want him to get it over with. Haskins had more game-winning drives than Dak Prescott in 2019. He did. He did. The Dallas Cowboys, and that's what I'm saying. How much more help do we need? He had 2,000-yard receivers. He had a running back with over 1,200 rushing yards, I think. How much more help did this dude need? You know what I'm saying? If Dak Prescott has just one game-winning drive last season, they go to the playoffs. All he needed was one. Wentz had four. Daniel Jones had two. Haskins had one. Dak had none. All you need is one game-winning drive when you go to the playoffs. And this is the famous thing they like to say. Oh, well, Dak Prescott got 14 game-winning drives since he's been in the NFL. Hold on, let me read something to y'all real quick about game-winning drives before I get out of here. I took some notes about this because I have a real video coming out, and I'm going to debunk it. I'm going to debunk it. Essentially, a fourth quarter comeback is one that satisfies these. These are the things that you have to satisfy for it to be a fourth quarter comeback. Win the game, no ties or losses. Take the field trailing by 1 to 8 points. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a scenario of how Dak Prescott got. I think this was his first game-winning drive. I'm gonna give you a scenario. This was Dak Prescott's first game-winning drive. The Vikings took a 9-7 lead with 14 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. On the next Cowboys drive, Prescott moved the offense 15 yards. He moved the offense 15 yards from his team's 25-yard line in 3 minutes and 43 seconds, resulting in a punt. He did absolutely nothing with his last full drive. And this is what happened when they punted. He punted. The Vikings punt returner, who was Adam Thielen at the time, if you guys remember this, fumbled the punt, which Dallas recovered at the Minnesota 8-yard line. Do you hear me? The 8-yard line. Dak Prescott had the punt because he couldn't move the ball. The Vikings botched the punt. The ball ends up at the 8-yard line. You know what I'm saying? At the 8-yard line, which Dallas recovers at the Minnesota 8-yard line. On the next play, Prescott found former wide receiver Dez Bryant for an 8-yard touchdown pass and a go-ahead score, which Dallas would not relinquish. And that was a game-winning drive. An 8-yard drive was a game-winning drive. Come on, man. Come on, bro. It's all about manipulation, man. It's all about manipulation. Do you know that I think he got 14 game-winning drives. Do you know that in about, I think it's 11 of those game-winning drives, Zeke had over 100 yards rushing, and most of those rushing yards came in the second half? Do you know that in at least 8 of those games, I believe, on the last drive where the Cowboys took the lead, Zeke ran the ball like 40 yards. Dak Prescott did a couple of things, and it's a game-winning drive. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, but we gonna see. We're gonna see when I get to the real meat and potato. Shout out to my dude Victor. We getting some stats together because we're gonna end this. We're gonna end this Dak and these game-winning drives. We're gonna end this Dak and Wentz thing. We're gonna end it once and for all. I'm gonna bring out cold hard facts, and there's gonna be nothing else to talk about. Period. Our defensive line did get nasty during the course of the draft. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let y'all get to it, man. I got a little bit of homework. I'm trying to vibe out, get a little bit of that done. And yes, the merchandise is still available. Somebody asked me. I missed the what's the name? Brunson, when's the next video? Tomorrow. The next video is tomorrow for sure. You know what I'm saying? Man, a little bit chill on the facts. Cowboy fans don't want to hear the facts. They don't want to hear the facts. Redskins draft was okay. Redskins did have a good draft. You know what I mean? They definitely had a good draft. Respect to you, bro, from a Cowboys fan. Hey, respect, Dan. Respect. You know, it's all love, bro. It's all love. But you're a Cowboys fan, I gotta let you know sometime. Amari Cooper can't even help himself. How he finna help CeeDee Lamb? I don't know. All I know is these dudes are already talking about being happy about learning from Deshaun Jackson. I hear nobody ever in their life said he was happy about learning that from Amari Cooper. He's soft. Lord Brunson, the head is dope. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm going to tap and get some of this homework done, man. I appreciate y'all for joining. The official video coming later, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, leave a like, all that stuff, man. Tell your mom to subscribe. Tell your aunt, your uncle, your pastor, the dude in the Chick-fil-A menu. Hey, you been watching Lord Brunson? We out here. Tell everybody, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all evening or night.